So guys, welcome. So guys, very welcome to my channel, youtube.com at the rate Urban BKC. So this is like my fourth series in which I try to explain you all like isolation level in SQL Server, having what are the types, the basic type and their uh, practical, how we can like say impose the things, and like by default what is the DBMS isolations level, and all the types and the types which is going to be like say when it is required for the serializable, when it is required for a read committed, repeatable read it, that kind of thing. So I'm available at youtube.com at Arvind BKC. So I'm Arvind Kumar, working in this IT industry for 20 years. So please let's start. Not going to waste the time. So it is a thing. Uh, I have, for saving the time, I have made something for you. Created one tables and stored for the years, and created for you. Basically, that table, what it says like uh, there is one employee table that can have, you can create any employees table, any tables. So it is something employee ID, and it is going to be like say it is having primary key, and rest of the column is like it is for just for testing purpose. So in which I try to display you how we can like say apply these isolation levels in this one. So basically uh, this is the thing that I will show you practically how we achieve this isolation level in SQL Server in tables. And one more, I think I have created one stored procedures for. Then in this stored procedure, I am passing two argument like for updating the nodes, and this is like and based on the employee IDs, and this we can set based on the requirement the different transactions block and isolations level according to our required things, in which I have tried to retain you. So if it is like say nodes is null, and if it is not updated one, then only we try to impose the update statement, and then we go for like in else condition there is a rollback condition if it is not updated one, and then in the final it is a select a statement. So completely it is like say one transaction block in which there is a commit, there is a begin, there is a rollback, and there is a wait for delay. Wait for delay is something that SQL was thread that blocks for something for 20 seconds. So that part of code is not going to be executed for that period. So I will go for all of the cases in which the client can connect with database and that kind of thing. So let's start. So basically the thing after this one you will be very useful and like very practical kind of things how we can do the things, all the isolations level in a SQL server. So by default, I would like to say frankly, it is all DBMS or SQL. It says read committed by default. Read committed. Why did committed? Read committed is something that you would have options to read the data untransacted as well with no logs. But whatever the data you uh, try to uh, try to get, that is going to be like something on the last updated one. So if it is the within the transactions block, that would be not going to be seen to you. So starting from like there is a two the one cases I have written before like wait for delay before updating, right? So it will execute for 20 second, right? So whenever it is going to be something that this one connection one or connection two means they are the two client in which one is going to try to update the statement and another is try to fetch the statement with the same row, right? So I am trying to update on the employee ID 8, in which I trigger to apply this one update statements. So whenever on the same time like before 20 second when another user try to get the data, that would be going to be see as a null one, because will be able to see the null till the user one commits the transactions, because it is something that the last updated in which the record is going to be null. So after 20 seconds, definitely it is going to be the notes whatever I try to insert. Jane has BA degree in English from the University of Washington. Similarly, if you write for wait for delay after update, that is going to be in the connection one, the three serializable state. Read committed serializable is most secure. Secure means like that is the resources is going to block for period in which it is the at the projected period. So basically the financial kind of things that comes under the serializable kind of things with the different stages. So and uncommitted by default, any database is not read uncommitted, but you can set it read uncommitted as well. So if you same thing you would write on the read committed serializable and read uncommitted before like the stored procedure line of a statement. So you will trigger this one, and there is a one more uh, client connections you would read uncommitted as a true, right? So by setting as a DBCC user option. So whenever it is going to be set, that is then you would able to see updated record. So rather than seeing the null values that I was showing on the previous one, here you would see it as a updated record. Will be able to see updated record before they commits the transaction, because in another block it is the read uncommitted stage. Similarly, wait for delay if it is written before update, and that is the same thing in the connection one in the before like slow procedure. Sorry, so it is something that's realizable. Then it is going to be uh, not able to see or able to see the null, because like say this serializable is something you set it, and we set it as a on the stored procedure, but default by database behavior is read committed. So that is going to be overridden by the isolation level obsession level transaction which is set at true. So this is very important statement I am saying that would be going to be very useful. That is something that whenever you try to achieve the things uh, like above the database committed stage, so that would is going to be overridden by the by default behavior of database kind of thing. So this is I think the third cases which I shown you, and again in the fourth cases what I tried to say, this if it is like wait for delay like is something before update, and we remove that all the transactions block from the stored procedures. So basically if we remove that all transactions block from that stored procedures, so what it would happen that read committed repeatable and serializable that kind of thing set in on the stored procedures level, and then in another one when I say it as a read committed or read uncommitted it stage, so they are going to be updated both one means one two users, two unknown user from the two different location. If you try to update the second one are going to be saved. So whenever like one user not knowing to the second about the second user what they are doing, so if it is not written within the transactions log, the second one would be saved. Hence, so for keeping in the database redundancy, that kind of things, we need to keep as a transactions log. So here, what it would happen, so whenever one user try to update this one, Gen BA degree English from the University of Washington, so it is like going to be lost, or in case of that is when another user on the same time uh, updates Gen holds BA degree in the English. Similarly, there is a last cases in which I try to show you that wait for delay has been written after update. So if you see, I have created stored procedures I have written for you. So that can be accessible if you want to know. Definitely, if you like and subscribe, definitely I will give you that kind of thing. So if you see here, so there is a um, there is a thing that wait for delay is written after update, and we have keep as a transaction level, right? So if in one case is if it is try to one users try to update this one, and another user at the same time then try to update this one. So what it says that the node has been already updated one. So I can show you. So this would be I ready to eager that I will show you this one. So if it is like say updated, if you see, and if you run this one here on the same time, if you on the here you see, if you run this one and then run this on the same time, what it happens, so it should give the message this one, because this message is something that node has been already means. If two users apply to the update statement and if it is written within the transactions block, one is going to be excluded for the period in which it is like executed. So if you see, the another has been could be discarded. So I have shown to you as a practical kind of thing. So definitely that is going to be very useful. ये आपके लिए बहुत ही useful होने वाला है. If you like, or if you anything that is going to be useful, so please comment me, like me, and subscribe me. Thank you.